Good afternoon, everyone. I'm State Representative Kristen Marcel from Bucks County, and I'm happy to welcome you here today on behalf of State Treasurer Stacey Garrity, who unfortunately could not join us this afternoon because of a health situation involving her father back home in Bradford County. Today, we're here to celebrate a new tax credit for our fantastic businesses across the state that will help hardworking families boost their savings. I co-sponsored the original bill for this tax credit, House Bill 1745, along with Representative Paul Friel, and the measure had great support from Representative Greg Scott, who spearheaded a provision allowing excess PA 529 funds to be rolled over into a Roth IRA free of state taxes, and Senator Camera Bartolotta, whose own bill got this all across the finish line. Thanks to all of you, and to Treasurer Garrity for her strong support for making this happen and our businesses and our families across the state. The new credit became a reality when it was included in this year's tax code bill, which was signed into law by Governor Josh Shapiro as Act 56 of 2024. We're very pleased to also be joined by Alex Halper from the Pennsylvania Chamber today. The Chamber was a fantastic supporter of this new tax credit, and it will be imperative that the Chamber helps us to spread the word to many businesses across the state about this exciting opportunity to support their workforce. Thanks to everyone's fantastic work, starting in January, employers who make contributions to their employees' PA 529 or PA ABLE accounts can get a 25% tax credit on up to $500 in matching contributions per employee per year. I'm excited about this new tax credit because it will help Pennsylvanians save for the future, whether it's for a child's education with PA 529 College and Career Savings Program or for disability-related expenses with PA ABLE. The tax credit will help motivate families to start or continue saving for higher education, whether it's a four-year degree, community college, technical or career training, or an apprenticeship. The PA 529 program has been a great way for families to save and pay for education after high school for more than 30 years. The PA 529 program comes with its own great tax incentives for families and offers two plans. The PA 529 Guaranteed Savings Plan, which lets families lock in today's tuition rates, and the PA 529 Investment Plan. The PA 529 Investment Plan is ranked as one of the top 2 529 plans in the country by Morningstar, which awarded the plan its top gold rating. PA ABLE can be used for education as well, but this program provides great flexibility for Pennsylvanians with disabilities. With PA ABLE, people can save for day-to-day expenses like groceries, paying for rent, bigger expenses like assistive technology, and vehicle adaptations. For Pennsylvanians with disabilities and their families, PA ABLE provides the opportunity to build real financial wealth and security and the opportunity to live more independently. PA ABLE is one of the largest programs in the country, and Pennsylvania is the very first state to implement this type of tax credit for ABLE accounts. This tax credit is one way to boost savings and to help spread the word about PA 529 and PA ABLE. Families want their children to find good opportunities, and they want them to find them right here in Pennsylvania. PA 529 and PA ABLE are both fantastic programs administered by the Pennsylvania Treasury Department to increase these chances, and this new tax credit will help more Pennsylvanians meet their savings goals. So thank you again to everyone for joining us. Now I wanted to introduce some of the people behind me. I know that Senator Bartolotta has a bit of a time crunch because I believe the Senate will be voting soon, but I wanted to ask her to say a few words quickly. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Marcel. Yeah, I'll be having to scoot out of here pretty quickly. Good afternoon, and thank you so much for letting me be part of this wonderful announcement. I'm Senator Camera Bartolotta, and I am proud to serve the 46th Senatorial District, which includes Olive Greene and Washington counties and part of Beaver County, the cornerstone of the Keystone State. There are many issues impacting the lives of Pennsylvanians today, no matter what part of the Commonwealth that they call home. One very concerning issue for parents is finding a way to support their children in their goals and dreams following high school graduation. Right now, inflation is affecting the cost of absolutely everything that we purchase, and that inflation certainly has outpaced most Pennsylvanians' incomes. It has become more challenging than ever to save for higher education and technical training for families. And families are feeling that pinch, and they're pinching those pennies and making sacrifices just to put food on the table and cover basic expenses, much less worrying about trying to put money away for an expense that'll come 5, 10, or even 15 years down the road. However, many parents know that our children grow up so fast, incredibly fast. It seems like just yesterday they were asking for one more bedtime story, and today they're asking for the car keys. And in my case, my kids are having kids of their own. So as a grandparent, I know how vital saving for college education is, starting today. It is essential that we talk to our children about what comes after high school. Taking steps now can make that conversation much easier and less stressful for everyone involved. Of course, we all want to do everything we can to set our children up for success. So it is important to start saving as soon as possible. Putting away relatively small amounts on a regular basis may not seem sufficient, but it is critical to give those funds time to grow. PA 529 plans do just that. There is no minimum amount to contribute, and a new law passed just a few months ago offers another incentive to take advantage of this opportunity to save. Along with the state and federal tax benefits already in place, the new law that I was proud to support encourages employers to match employees' contributions to PA 529 and PA ABLE accounts. And when that tax credit goes into effect in January of 2025, PA employers will be eligible for a 25% tax credit on matching contributions of up to $500 per employee per year. I know that was said before, but is worth repeating. People don't even comprehend that they've heard something once unless they hear it 7 times. So let's do it again. Pennsylvania employers will be eligible for a 25% tax credit on matching contributions of up to $500 per employee per year. This is a big deal. We want to incentivize employers to help their employees save for the future. We're focusing on financial literacy in so many aspects of Pennsylvania. We need to encourage saving for the future for our kids and our grandkids. This is a very easy way for employers to offer a significant benefit to attract the best workers while receiving a financial incentive themselves. It really is a win-win situation. Families everywhere will have some extra support as they save for the future, so the next generation is able to afford the education they need to fill important roles and contribute to the success of our state and nation. Because of these changes to the 529 program, that were championed by our wonderful state treasurer, Stacey Garrity, the future in Pennsylvania looks a lot brighter. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. And now I'm going to ask Representative Paul Friel to say a few words.
Thank you. And I'll try not to repeat too much on this, but as one of the prime sponsors of the bill, I think this is a really interesting bill, and it's an example of what we can do when we work together. Because this bill doesn't get passed if I didn't have a co-sponsor like Representative Marcel. It doesn't get passed if Treasurer Stacey Garrity did not step in and help this bill over in the Senate. It doesn't get passed if Senator Bartolotta doesn't advocate and put this bill through the Senate. And I think what you find is when we work together, Pennsylvanians win. Pennsylvanians all across the state have an opportunity. Also, small businesses win. And that's really what we were looking for when we drafted this bill. We recognize that student debt is becoming, it's higher than credit card debt, it's higher than auto loans, and it's a burden for our students. And you have to start saving early. So we needed to put in place an incentive for our parents to start saving earlier to help their students, whatever they do after high school, be able to afford their next steps in life without incurring more debt. We also had to think about our businesses and encourage our businesses to find new benefits to help retain and attract employees and make Pennsylvania a great place to work and a great place for businesses to locate because we have things like the 529 and the ABLE account. So, you know, today we have young people who start off schooling and training, they need to succeed, and I believe it is our obligation to find pathways to help them. I believe the 529 and the ABLE bill here is one of those pathways, and I'm very proud that I've participated in it, and I'm very proud that we were able to accomplish this and get this across the finish line and into law this year. So thank you all for coming today.
Thank you, Representative. And now I invite Representative Greg Scott to just share a few words with us as well.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much to my colleague Kristen and Paul, who spoke prior, and also the senator. Thank you for being here today. I'd like to also acknowledge Treasurer Stacey Garrity for her leadership in helping Pennsylvania families secure their financial futures. Let's also keep her in our thoughts and prayers today as she's taking care of that family issue. But I'm honored to be here today as we highlight an important step forward for supporting Pennsylvania's hardworking families through House Bill 2119. The PA 529 program has been a powerful tool for families across this Commonwealth. Since its creation, it has helped parents, grandparents, and guardians save for their children's education. To date, there are over 265,000 active PA 529 accounts, with a combined total of $6.8 billion in contributions and investment in growth. These numbers, they speak for themselves. Pennsylvania families have embraced this program as a pathway to higher education and career training. However, life doesn't always go as planned. Sometimes families end up with leftover money in their 529 accounts, and this can happen for a number of reasons. Students may receive scholarships, transfer to a less expensive school, choose not to finish their degree, or go off to an apprenticeship. These scenarios are common, and an estimated 10% of families with 529 plans find themselves with unused funds. In response to this, a recent federal law changed that now allows tax-free rollovers from 529 accounts to Roth IRAs, up to a lifetime limit of $35,000. This is a major win for families at the federal level. But here's the problem. While this rollover is exempt from federal taxes, it still was taxable under Pennsylvania's personal income tax. This gap in state law puts Pennsylvania families at a disadvantage compared to those in other states. That's where House Bill 2119 comes in. This legislation aims to fix that issue by exempting these 529 to Roth IRA rollovers from Pennsylvania's personal income tax. Our goal was simple: give families more flexibility in how they use their leftover 529 funds, allowing them to repurpose these savings for retirement without facing additional tax burdens. But that's not all. House Bill 2119 also introduces a new tax credit for contributions to both the PA 529 and the PA ABLE accounts. This means more incentives for families to invest in their children's futures, and in the case of ABLE accounts, provide critical support for individuals with disabilities. This tax credit will make it easier for more families to participate in these programs, ensuring that more Pennsylvanians can benefit from them. At the heart of this legislation is the desire to support families and help them plan for the future. This could not have happened without bipartisan support, with folks working together with people that don't look like them, don't have their same political ideologies, coming together to fix simple kitchen table issues. Big thank you to Treasurer Stacey Garrity for her work on this issue, Senator Bartolotta in the Senate, as well as my good colleagues Kristen Marcel and Paul Friel for getting this across the finish line. And now it's my honor to introduce Alex Halper, who's also been a big fan and supporter of this bill. Alex.
Thank you very much, Representative. It's a real honor for me to be here today, and I want to first thank Treasurer Stacey Garrity for her tremendous support for this legislation and for being a great champion for our economy and our business community. I want to thank Representatives Marcel and Friel and Scott and Senator Bartolotta for supporting these policies and getting them across the finish line that will help facilitate employers who want to support their people, their workers with 529 plans and ABLE accounts. I remember a few years ago talking to my son. He was maybe 9 or 10 at the time, and I asked him what he wanted to do when he grew up. And much to my delight, he actually had a whole plan. He said, after high school, I'm going to Penn State University. I said, great. He said, oh, and by the way, I'm going to play on the football team and then go on to play for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I said, buddy, that is a great plan. I, of course, encouraged it, but I couldn't help but add, we should also think about other possible professions, other things you're interested in, just to be prepared. And he seemed to understand that. Thankfully, as his parents, we followed that advice and also had a backup plan in case that full football scholarship didn't pan out, and have 529 plans for our children. We're very excited to support this legislation, and of course today I'm not here talking as a parent, but talking on behalf of Pennsylvania employers. The PA Chamber represents about 10,000 businesses all over Pennsylvania, crossing all industry sectors, from small businesses to large corporations in all 67 counties. It's a very diverse group. One common theme, though, we see and hear from employers all over Pennsylvania are challenges they have in workforce, recruiting people to come to work for them, getting people to stay when they come to work for them. We work with lawmakers, including those behind me, on a wide range of policies to help improve the workforce climate in Pennsylvania. And we know that it will require a multi-pronged approach to addressing what is a very complicated issue, but it's policies just like this, at the end of the day, that is going to help employers offer more benefits, help their applicants and people who work for them for these very important priorities. What's so wonderful about these policies, they're really checking a few important boxes. We want to help families with costs associated with family members with disabilities. We want to encourage Pennsylvania families to save for education. And from a business community standpoint, we want to give more tools to employers to attract individuals into the workforce and into good Pennsylvania careers. This legislation, these provisions, check all those boxes, and we were so thrilled to be part of a bipartisan, bicameral coalition with the leadership of Treasurer Garrity to help get these provisions across the finish line. So thank you again for inviting me to be here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alex, and thank you to everyone for joining us today. We're happy to take any questions, if there are any questions from anyone that was here today. No? Well, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for helping to spread the word about this wonderful program and these new tax credits. Thank you.